Hey Gemini, how are you today? Just doing our weekly readings, which obviously the monthly readings, looking ahead at December, what's in store for you. Make sure you do leave a comment on the video so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. This will be the last week to go in the draw. If you leave a comment on any of the videos throughout November, each video comments will count for an entry. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date with that as well. Using quite a few decks for you this week. Okay, so we have the Mystic Soul Oracle deck. I am using the Healing Bones Oracle, the Career and Money Oracle, the True Heart Hidden Feelings Oracle, and tying it all together with the Leclerc Lenormand. Okay, so getting sort of straight on into it for you. Let's have a look and see what's going on in your energy throughout December. Okay, starting off just a bit general here, looking at the, what's going on for Gemini in December. What does Gemini need to be aware of throughout December, please? Okay. So we do have Secret coming through first. Okay, that's coming through with Beneath. You can kind of see here beneath the skin kind of energy with that one there. So for a lot of you, it's kind of, I feel like straight away that this month is going to bring some stuff up from deep down within yourself, Gemini, that, things that have been, under your skin, deep down, hidden from even you yourself. So there is some sort of secret coming to air for you this month. Let's have a look. Gemini, clarify this energy for Gemini throughout December. What's going on for Gemini in December? And just clarify that secret energy for Gemini. What's that secret energy, please? Okay, so starting off here, we do have the ship coming through for you. So there's very likely going to be some travel this month for a lot of you, which, understandable. Christmas is this month. A lot of us are traveling to spend time with family and things like that. But this is kind of just moving towards change in your life as well, in a more general kind of thing, moving, going through this journey of yourself and once again, pulling up beneath the surface energy for you this month. We do have the birds coming through next, followed by the heart. Okay, so this does sort of show us that there is going to be, it's journeying to a part of your heart space that you maybe have not actually connected with or, spoken to for a very long time, because the birds is, conversations that are probably taking place for you, a bit of excitement along the way as well, but there is a lot of background chatter and kind of gossip, nervous kind of chattery energy around that as well. So there's a lot of movement and a lot of things, the birds is very flitty kind of energy. And then with that secret and beneath energy, it's kind of this anxious nervousness that really starts to bring something up from within, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, the way that you approach love, the way that you're moving towards love, the way that you're giving affection and all those sorts of things as well. It's not necessarily romantic love either. This could be unconditional kind of love as well, platonic love. But, you are kind of closing the distance between yourself and, the problems that you've been having around love, because you are sort of starting to have those conversations with yourself about, what sort of movement you want to see within yourself when it comes to all things kind of love. And so it is really bringing some things up to the surface within yourself here, and maybe sort of realizing some things about yourself that you have been kind of holding yourself separate from. You've been, holding as a secret within yourself that you've been holding on to I do feel like for some of you here, there is this energy of you've been holding on to a secret as well, and that this is the month where you do start to broach that subject of this secret that you've been having, because it's all part of the journey that you're going through right now, learning more about how to love yourself as well as loving others, and receiving love as well. When I've asked specifically about that secret, we do have the whip and the clouds coming through. So that tells us straight away that this is to do with your thoughts, your thought processes, and the way that you speak to yourself in your, your brain, the little voice in the back of your head, the way that you create tension where there doesn't need to be tension within yourself, the way that you beat yourself up and start fights with your own thoughts. You're kind of fighting things within your own thoughts, and fighting yourself, and fighting, it always brings up a lot of tension around, self-value and worth kind of stuff as well. So you are really starting this journey where you're kind of trying to talk to yourself in a different kind of a way, and with more love for yourself, and stop beating up on yourself so much and punishing yourself and things like that. So for some of you, the secret may be very connected to punishment, self-punishment, self-conflict, just in the way that you think about things, and talk to yourself within your own self. So that's kind of what's coming up to the surface for you this month, on that side of things. Okay, because we are seeing the heart coming through for you in the general energy, I'm going to move straight over to the love oracle for you. I do feel as though, it's going to swap every sign this month. I feel like we're going to swap the order of what we're doing next. But for you, I feel like we need to move straight into the love energy, Gemini. Okay, love energy for Gemini throughout December. What does Gemini need to know in regards to love throughout December? Okay, so we have the spiritual energy coming through first. So this is wants sacred connection, uplifts and soothes you, intuitive, deep and intense. So, this is why this is coming up to the surface within you, that, we did see that secret energy, and it's got a lot to do with your heart space. It's because of what you're realizing, the truth of what you desire when it comes to love, that you're wanting something that's a little bit more, deep and meaningful and sacred and soulful, rather than just surface level connections. I feel like for a lot of you, you have been sort of, that may be very connected to the things that you sort of beat yourself up about, that for some reason you've sort of held yourself at a distance when it comes to love, and you've maintained surface level connections rather than seeking the thing which you truly want, which is the deep sort of unconditional love, the intense love. So you're sort of now realizing that you're being a little bit more honest with yourself, and allowing that secret to rise within you, that, hang on, I actually do want something a little bit more meaningful here, that I'm sick of these, and looking back at the past, I'm kind of seeing that certain aspects of love in the past have been very surface level, very materialistic, rather than those deep connections that I truly actually desire here. We also have the watching energy, looking out for you, seeing is believing, foresight, aware and truth. So this kind of lets me know that, especially with that spiritual energy, that you're kind of looking forwards towards love here. So this is really giving me the energy of a lot of Geminis that are probably single right now, looking towards what we want. Okay, or even if you are with somebody, you may be realizing that it doesn't actually fulfill you on a spiritual level, and that you're kind of looking out for something just a little bit deeper, a little bit more meaningful, and that you do have this foresight coming through. I'm sort of straight away, I'm getting given the message that you've got the foresight to see the truth, that love is coming for you. I'm picking up next year, you will meet somebody that is this spiritual deepness that you're after. So I'll see if I can get some extra clarity on that, because, we always want the goss when it comes to the incoming love, right? For some of you, this person is, you're already aware of each other. You're already kind of watching each other. You may sort of follow this person on social media, or vice versa. They already are aware. There's an awareness there that this person exists. I just don't know that we've actually even met as of yet. There's just an awareness in the peripherals kind of thing. Gemini, upcoming love energy for Gemini, please. Okay, definitely looking at a long term, changing the way that we're meeting people as well, because we have the lily and the garden coming through first, and the garden is all about how we meet people and the social vibe that we're exuding and whatnot, the way that we're going on dates and things like that, the way that we are approaching dating and love and meeting people, even if it's just meeting people for friendship and things like that. Whereas the lily is a much more mature energy here. You can even see in this card, it's the older woman tending the lilies there. So it's a much more mature, wise kind of energy. And it's the wisdom that's coming through for you in the future here with love is that, you're wanting a deeper connection. You're wanting a longer lasting connection. That is a very long-term energy as well, that you're kind of wanting to find peace in love and that kindness to yourself. You're wanting love to be a kindness to yourself rather than something that you're having to, keep separate from. So there definitely is a meeting taking place sometime next year here. I do feel as though next year, it seems to be next year. We do have the tower coming through as well. So for some of you, this person may be very tall physically. They may kind of give that tower-like energy that they're, this fortress unto themselves kind of energy. I do quite often get that with the tower. They may also be, a government official, somehow involved in, buildings. I'm getting architecture kind of coming through there very strongly. Governmental buildings, official type buildings. That includes, legal buildings as well. So they may be involved in any of those sorts of things, and that may be sort of how you're meeting this person. You may be meeting them in a more official capacity before it turns into something a little bit more than that as well. So you sort of kind of doing things in a very structured way when it comes to dating in the future here, and that's how you kind of meet this person, because you seem to be doing something in a very structured, regimented way. This is how you meet people. So I'm even though we've got a social energy there, I'm not really getting social dating kind of thing. Like, when I normally see the garden coming through in dating, it would sort of normally talk about, dating apps and things like that, meeting them through, social media and those sorts of things. But this feels much more regimented, like you're meeting them through an actual building of some description. So you may be going somewhere, it's not taking off the map, traditional dating methods, like, like that before. I'm just keep getting this reference to before the internet. How did we meet people? And we met people through, going to official dating nights, singles nights, or things like that, speed dating and those sorts of things are coming through more so than, social media type dating. But it's kind of sort of wanting me to tell you as well here that it comes at a point in time when it's talking about busyness. You're isolating yourself from your social group because you're just so busy and things like that. And so it's kind of like very last thing you expect and last place you expect too, I feel, for a lot of you, because some of you are definitely meeting this person through like some sort of official building, like you're going somewhere and, oh, look, that, you start chatting with the receptionist and you actually both really get along, and something along those lines coming through there. But it may be like a legal representation type thing, or some sort of governmental building, or something along those lines that you're meeting this person. Now that can also talk about public libraries as well. Okay, public spaces is definitely public social spaces is definitely coming up there with the garden and the tower as well. So, and I've, for some reason, I've just hit a wall of silence as soon as I've said that. So, there may be something where it's a very, the building needs to be very quiet, like a museum or an art gallery, or like a library. Those sorts of places definitely coming through strong, because I am hitting this silence when I'm talking about this. As you can tell, I've even like I feel like I need to whisper. Okay, so definitely those sorts of places coming through when it comes to love. Okay, well, looking in at career and money for you, Gemini. Oh, bang, there comes the noise again. Although some of you, there is still that, like maybe that's where you're meeting someone through like a work meeting that, it's much toned down quietness. Where everyone's having to be quiet, for some of you. Okay. But looking at career and money for Gemini throughout December, please. So I do have the gift coming through first. Which, Christmas is on its way. Giving and receiving, sudden windfall, generosity, financial support work, work surprises, and vacations, which, once again, it's December. So we're going to see that sort of energy for a lot of signs anyway, regardless. We all kind of know that already, that, vacation time. But you may receive like some sort of Christmas gift from work or something along those lines. Receiving a sudden windfall or someone's generosity. So you may receive, a gift from somebody at work or work itself. That Christmas bonus might be quite nice this year, those sorts of things. But we do also have the moon coming through, which does also talk about unknown sources of money, being guided in just trusting your intuition when it comes to work, really, really paying attention to the things that, you're feeling more magnetized and drawn to and passionate about when it comes to work. But it also does mention fleeting funds, that just being very careful that a lot of extra money coming in may mean extra money going out as well. So you may sort of have this energy of, pardon me, oh, I'm getting extra money, but then, it's quite easy to find things to spend it on as well. Okay, but certain jobs that are coming through here, moonlighting, odd jobs, night shifts, and part-time. So you may even be picking up some Christmas casual work throughout December as well for some of you there, or swapping over to night shifts and things like that. That may actually be part of the gift that you're receiving, is that, you're still getting a lot of extra money because you're picking up an extra job, or you're, getting some extra night shift or something along those lines coming through for you as well. Okay, I'm just going to swap straight to just a general health. Anything Gemini needs to be aware of when it comes to general health throughout December, please. General health and well-being for Gemini in December. Just grab just one of these. We've got the lungs. Okay, so straight away I'm getting a message about someone there who, here in Australia we don't have the white Christmas thing. I'm getting a message here for somebody who has white Christmas, snow, cold energy around Christmas time. We don't have that here in Australia, so we are the complete opposite. It's starting to get into the really, really hot weather. So, the lungs energy here, I'm just sort of really getting that the cold really, really affecting somebody's breathing throughout Christmas time, and being very aware, because I'm getting a lot of pine and the fir trees kind of smell coming through with like a very cold vapor energy. So just be very aware, make sure you're rugging up when you're going outside and things like that. Breather, taking in, letting go, activity, fresh, airing differences and holding on. So it just feels like, it really does just feel like, those of you with like asthma type issues, breathing issues, really, really needing to make sure you're warmth, needs to be taken care of, because your breathing is very, very affected by the cold. I'm picking up very strongly at the moment. But for some of you, you kind of, I'm getting like waiting with bated breath, like holding on to your breath. So maybe really needing to pay attention to your breathing throughout the month of December as well, and just, doing breathing exercises and just taking it in carefully and learning how to breathe properly for the situations that you're in throughout the month. I'm picking up here also too for whoever the cold air is, that learning the techniques of shallow breathing is actually there's something about shallow breathing, because then you're not breathing in the cold as much. You're needing to learn how to breathe in the cold just a little bit better for your lungs there. Okay, so and I'm also picking up a message for somebody who is smoking weed, right? You really need to take a breather. Just take a bit of a breather. Give your lungs a little breathing break. All right, so no judgment here, guys, but that's the messages that are coming through with that. Okay, Gemini. Anything else Gemini needs to be aware of throughout December? Anything else that Gemini needs to be aware of for December, please? Have fun with your friends and family as well. Okay, we have the dog and the child here. So just, when you're spending time with friends and family, really do just try to be in the moment throughout December. Really try to be like that little child this Christmas where you're just enjoying it, and you're not getting too wrapped up in the family dramas and, all the reality of life. Try not to get caught up in all that side of things. Try to just see it as like this great big adventure. Try to, have a space for that inner child of yours to really view this Christmas as an opportunity for adventure and to just spend time with loved ones, and show people around you that you care, kind of thing, and be a better friend to through enjoying the time spent with those people. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Gemini. Make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading, and I'll see you all again soon.